Okay, speaker schoolies. Build your brand, protect it at any cost. Now, as a speaker, I've spoken about what it looks like to build our brand and build our reputation. The other part of that conversation that I didn't cover in the video is, because it warrants its own video really, is you've got to protect your brand at any cost. Now, this of course applies to anything we do in business. You want to protect your brand. So how do you kind of damage your brand as a speaker? Well, look, there's the really dumb ways, which are just, you don't deliver, you're unprofessional to deal with, you get drunk at events, you're inappropriate with people, all of those kind of things. You're just difficult, you're a prima donna, you want green M&Ms instead of red M&Ms, you want another room for your monkey, all of those kind of, stupid things. But believe me, a lot of people really do damage their brand by doing that. The other way, which again I've had a couple of issues with, I've got to say, is by speaking at the wrong events and partnering with the wrong kind of people. So I was asked to speak at an event for the Financial Education Summit a few years back, and the reason I said yes was because Richard Branson was there and Tim Ferriss was there, and I got an opportunity to work with them. But the actual event was dodgy as hell. It was horrible. It was just, there were 9,500 people there, and they were just sold to every second of that 4 days. And I mean really badly sold, to the point when I got up and did my talk, I just said, I'm not selling anything. You poor bastards have been sold enough. And I got in trouble from the event organisers for saying it, but it was horrible. I did another webinar for a lady I committed to this in America, and she did me a bit of a sob story, and I wanted to help her. Next thing, she's doing this promotion about, build a 10-figure consulting business in 3 days, kind of one of those dodgy ones. And I just looked at that and went, I damaged my brand. Now, interestingly, my community are wonderful. They come back to me and very kindly say, Andrew, was that really a good partnership for you, or that Financial Education Summit? I know you work with Richard Branson, but the guy that runs that event is notoriously dodgy, whatever else it might be. And I'm internally grateful for people doing that and kind of having my back. But now there are certainly events that I would say no to. There are certainly events that there's no way I'd be going there and speaking at it. I do my homework on an event when I get asked, and even certain kind of industries, like I would never talk at a tobacco industry event, or not that, I'm likely to be asked, but if I disagreed with things that moralistically, I would, not want to be a presenter at it. And I think that we've got to really think about that kind of stuff. Go, okay, well, if I'm going to protect my brand, what does that really mean that I will or I won't do? Even opening, if there's a controversial speaker that's going to be there, do you want to be associated with them? Do you want to kind of have your name on the run sheet, next to them? Maybe not. Conscious decision, again, this is all about treating your speaking as a business, but these are the kind of decisions we need to make when we put our big boy pants on, or big girl pants on, in the world of speaking. At the end of the day, your reputation and your brand's kind of the most important thing to give you some longevity. Damage it in a heartbeat. I've seen it. I've seen speakers destroy their career in one night simply because they act inappropriately. Decide that tonight they're going to drink every bit of alcohol on the face of the planet, and wake up next day and you find out about all the chaos and what they've done. So, that's pretty extreme, but it happens. It happens all the time. You'd be amazed at some of the stuff that speakers get up to. Anyway, protect your brand at all costs. Okay, beautiful. And I'm still on Matt Wellington.